Okay, everybody. Can everybody hear me? I am just getting everything situated, so please bear with me. I see you there, Mr. Shy and Toku. How are you guys? I'm just gonna silence my media. Make sure everything is ready to go. Okay, you guys can hear me very good. And then you guys are probably waiting. I'm just getting my all right, awesome. And I know it's going to be probably not as many people watching as I typically have on a live stream, but you know, because this is my second channel, and because it's my second channel, I was hoping to try and get some, a larger audience and everybody to get into this, because last time I couldn't see the chat, and I know some people were not too happy about that. So I have my tablet next to me so I can see comments, or at least let me see if I can put this over here in such a way. Without shaking my camera. Is the video coming in clear, or is it blurry? Hopefully it's not blurry, because it should be. Everybody good? I'll move you. That's not going to work there. Nope. I'll just keep it there, and I'll just kind of look over to my left whenever I need to see comments. All right, so how many folks do I got? I got about 6 of you guys on. If you guys saw, I was building Lego Optimus Prime. And this is as far as we got. I can kind of see there on camera. And we have his leg can open, go up and down so far. Tire spins, chest opens up. Obviously, this is the ball joint where the head is going to go, and it does rotate. So that's what we've seen so far. And then, of course, this is going to be where the shoulder is for the transformation. But the big problem I ran into was this leg. And you can already see I'm missing a brick. And it's not too good. I'm not too happy about that, missing a brick at all. But we'll, yeah, you bet that the gremlin stole the one piece, right? But you can see what I did. I put the rest of it together because the tire does fit in there, and it kind of stays in there kind of secure, at least the rest of the bricks. So what I'll do is I'll build the rest of him together and put them all together. And then what I'm going to do is look and see what pieces I have left over that I can use to fill the gap here before I make a move to contact Lego. The other thing that somebody pointed out was this piece right here, this brick where I put the sticker on. I had put it on this way, but fortunately the right way is this way. And because I guess in my frustration, I must have done it wrong, and then that's okay because it's really easy to fix. So it's not like I got to worry about, messing up in any way. So how's it going there? Soundwave, Toku, of course, and then Shy Guy. I see your but like I said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue building it. So I've got bag 4 ready to go. And let you turn the light on a little bit brighter here. And uh-oh. Oh, it unplugged. There we go. A little brighter. It's all right, Paw Patrol. I just started. So going to move on to bag 4 in the instruction manual here. And I'm going to move the microphone up a little bit so I can get the camera situated in a way that it's not in my way while I'm building. I got all the bags to the left of me, and I have all the, the camera and stuff. So what we're going to end up building next for bag 4 is going to be one of the lower legs. And the comments are coming in slow. I've noticed, I see on my computer, the comments are coming a little bit faster. So I'm going to try and pay attention while I'm doing this. And it'll be another nice relaxing stream, so to speak. So, and hopefully we won't have any more missing pieces. Sure, that's all the pieces. And more pieces. Oh, you imagine I built Optimus Prime faster? Well, I was working on it. I was working on trying to get it done faster. It only takes me a little bit of time. I don't know what's going to take, how long it's going to take for, this. Hopefully this video I can get most of it done, if not all of it done. We'll see. And I'll keep a eye on the comments, what's going on. How's it going there, Raz? Monsterverse, I don't know what they're going to do. I've heard nothing Monsterverse wise, so I'll wait. I'll wait till they make any more, announcements. Stuff has been kind of sparse as far as news and, Transformers stuff and, but it is what it is. So next we do another piece here. See if I can move the camera this way so you can better angle on what's going on. Then I can move the book in such a way that I can see what I'm doing. They need to do more Monsterverse stuff for sure. Oh, okay. Never mind. That makes sense. So where is the other piece supposed to go? So I'm supposed to have, okay, one of you and then 2 of the 4s. Okay, that makes sense. How's it going there, Justzilla? Want to see Camots? I like. Yeah. Rodimus is giving that that either this is the end of the road, Galvatron, or JoJo, because you pissed me off. Point. So those of you who are JoJo fans will definitely get that reference, but because I did some images, I can show you guys of of what's it called? I was going there, Princeton. Of Rodimus and Galvatron fighting like Dio and Jotaro, which was awesome. Mr. Shy recently got the Flame Toys Shattered Glass Drift. Wow. I'm sure that those they take a while to build, right? I mean, for even those kits probably take a while to build. And can only imagine. But for two reasons, I decided to do this on this channel instead of on my main channel, and that is because this channel I kind of want to come back to and start doing some videos on, and start doing some non-Transformers related stuff every once in a while. Like, there's some stuff that I want to go see. Like, I want to see the new Top Gun movie. I want, my wife wants to see the new Jurassic Park. So you got these two bricks. Then there's supposed to be another brick. There it is. And a blue one. Oh, wait, hold on. So, PCU. Which Optimus Prime do I think is better, Bayverse or Bumblebee movie? Definitely Bumblebee movie. That one looked more like Optimus Prime. And wasn't interested in taking anybody's face. Now, did I miss a spot? Saw Top Gun. Amazing for a recent movie. Good sequel. Awesome acting. Love it. Awesome. No, I did not, actually. It's still missing, in fact. Which you can kind of see. I assembled him without it just until I get to the end, and then I'm going to discover whether or not I'm still missing it. Because I think it would be better to find it later. Now, did I... Interesting. Oh, all right. You're supposed to be over one. And there was one more. There it is. Currently watching part 6 of JoJo. I'm still reading part 8 of the manga. Oh, wow. Yeah, I have not read the manga myself, so I can't give that opinion yet. But from what I hear about the ending of part 6 was... Hold on to your shorts. Because it ends... the original continuity, from what I understand. Like, they actually ended JoJo with the ending of part 6. So I only know about it, but I have not watched it. So, I mean, or read it. So I don't know how I feel about the ending to it. This is bag 4. So, we just recently started. Bags 1, 2, and 3 had built this and this. So, where are we? We have a certain piece we need. Not black piece, the blue piece. This is supposed to be a blue piece. This is supposed to go over. So, you go here. All right. And... not this one. There it is. And this piece. All right, moving along. Now I'm taking a guess. This ball joint might be for the foot. And I'm taking a guess that this piece here might be where the ball joint connects. Huh. Interesting. All right, so now I have to build something. If Hasbro continues their partnership with Lego and making Lego Transformers, I wouldn't be surprised if, because it's Optimus Prime, obviously it's the big name. The other name could be Bumblebee, would probably be Starscream, of all names. Because Megatron's a tough one to get that nostalgia itch. You have to make him a gun, but you can't make him a gun because it's 2022 and everybody. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it because that's, I wish that they can still make him a gun, but I digress. Nice to have a smaller crowd. Yeah. Well, last night, not last night, was it Sunday night when I was doing this? I noticed that, I couldn't keep up with the chat, obviously, because I wasn't paying attention to the chat. And because there was no way for me to be able to do so. But so what I did was whenever I finished a bag, I would take a break and I would look over at the chat and, just to give myself a little bit of a reprieve because I needed it. But unfortunately, that, some people also don't necessarily want to watch someone build a Lego set. It's kind of like watching. Some people would probably look at it as watching grass grow. Would probably be the best way that I would describe it to some people. Some people love it, and I appreciate everybody who continued to watch throughout the stream. Yeah, I would prefer his gun mode. Definitely. They could make him a tank, but I would prefer it to be a gun. Why? Because there's meaning behind it, There's meaning behind his gun mode. No matter how you feel about guns in particular, his, Megatron being a gun there's meaning behind it. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But I've gone on length before about it. All right, so I need a white block. There it is. Yeah. Rather spend an arm and a leg for an MP one. All right, so you from here. Do you go here? Yeah. So you go there. You got these flat bits. Lego Soundwave would be cool. I think that might more likely would make sense to be the next set, personally. Just because one. Okay. So one goes in over here. And then I got to build that a second time. Wonder if they would make a Lego Titan not to scale for obvious reasons. I doubt it. It would make a lot of sense, you know, if you actually think about it, because then you're making a Lego set that is not only something that's buildable, but is also something that you can play with your other Transformers with it. Whereas this Optimus Prime is going to be huge in comparison to these guys. And now you're wondering what my favorite Ultraman episode is. I've not seen all of Ultraman. I've only seen like bits and pieces of Ultraman. So I can't give you enough of an opinion to, you know, say like, oh, this one was my favorite or whatever. Just something I haven't seen yet. All right, so now that's done. This step. Yep, doing part 2 on this channel. Figure it would be the smart thing to do. And I was supposed to go one less. I have the first Ultraman on Blu-ray. Cool. I have not seen Obi-Wan. And there are a couple of reasons I have not seen Obi-Wan. Star Wars, there was a time where I would have watched anything that came out for Star Wars without second thought. But we're living in a time where they're not making Star Wars for Star Wars fans. All right, so this is where the ball is probably going to go in, and it's not going to be okay. Or is that going to be for the foot? That's a good question. Blue one there. How many of you guys have seen the Obi-Wan show yet? I have not seen it. So don't, you know, I did, the one thing I did see about the Obi-Wan show that bugged me, really, really bugged me, was, you know, here the new Obi-Wan show is coming out, and you know, people have their criticisms of it. And they're allowed to have their criticism of it, and they should be able to have their criticisms of it. And from what it sounds like, the people who are criticizing it are criticizing it from merit. So I don't like this character because this character shouldn't, you know, it kind of undermines this with these characters. And so I've seen fans get upset about it, and they, you know, of course, Lucasfilm now comes out and says, well, if you don't like it, then, you're an R word that is being used to describe anybody that doesn't like the show or doesn't like a particular character on the show. And that isn't necessarily the case. You know, it's not right to sit there and label people that way. And that's coming out of Lucasfilm, like literally coming out of Lucasfilm. So, and you probably know exactly what I'm talking about when I say it, because yeah, they're using the R word to describe anybody who doesn't like the show as that R word. Is an ist. Yep. That's it. So and thing is that I did watch Mandalorian because like everybody was telling me, you gotta watch Mandalorian. It was so good. It was so good. You have to watch Mandalorian. You have to watch Mandalorian. And yeah, Mandalorian was good. But it when it ended, I was sitting there with myself going, why didn't we get this? Why didn't we get this back in for the previous movies? No, we couldn't get that, could we? And I wasn't too happy about about that. So I was just like, I'm just not gonna, like, you've already turned me off, because the sequel trilogy just really turned me off to Star Wars so badly. And it turned a lot of people off. Like, I know toy sales are not doing so hot when it comes down to Star Wars. And that's where Star Wars makes its money. I mean, if you watch Spaceballs, what do they say? What do they say? You're, merchandising, where the real money of the movie is made. That's where the real money is made. So that is weird. That is really weird. Take a look at that. Like, got two balls right here. And they're supposed to connect to something. Is it the foot? Is that the leg? Top of the leg? Or is that the top of the leg? Looks like this is going to be it. So here's right where I can see it. And I'll finish building it a little bit more in a second. This joint right here is what is going to connect to the top of the leg here, right? So it does not have a bending knee. But my guess is that it has the capability to do so if something else is built here. And it gives it the possibility that you probably still could, if you wanted to, turn this into a ball joint so that the knee works. But I know that this is not going to have a bending knee. So right off the bat, we'll see where it turns out. And this was supposed to go up one more, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so tan piece was supposed to go here. Does not include his trailer, no. I was surprised to see a Legacy Override and Scourge because if somebody got them early. Yeah. Who was it got them early? I know someone got them early, but I didn't see Scourge. No, I didn't see Scourge, but I saw Hauler and Override. Hauler is the grapple green repaint. And Override is the Nitro Convoy from Transformers Cybertron. All right, so there was something else that I was supposed to put there, wasn't there? Nope, that's it. Okay, good. All right, so now we'll move on to the next piece. And I think what I'm going to do, once I finish this Lego build, I'm going to do more reviews on this channel. But I'm also going to, I might either every other week or every once in a while, I'll do like a live stream playing a video game like I used to back in the day and just talk like I used to. And I can still focus on Transformers stuff on my main channel. And then you know, still make Transformers content, but then it would give me a reprieve to play whatever video game I felt like. And I don't have to be like tied down to just Transformers. And it's not so much that I want to give up Transformers. I love Transformers. It's building a Lego Optimus Prime. But I just, you know, I want to be able to do more. All right. So from now we need to move to this side. And we have these pieces. So what do you guys think about that idea of doing, you know, talking? Because I really would like to talk about stuff that other nerdy stuff too. And without you know, not saying that I'm going to like not talk about Transformers. Of course, like I said, well, of course I'm going to talk about Transformers, but more so on my main channel while I keep it focused there. I'm really waiting for the day someone comes along with a hey, knees for Lego Optimus Prime, like what Lego parts to use. I'm sure you're gonna see people out there making videos or making you know, using specific Lego parts for it to make the knee joint what it needs to be. We'll see. We shall see. Okay, now and with the, you know, with a smaller group, it does help, at least in some avenue, some respect, that I can now, you know, focus on those of you who are watching the stream and don't want to feel like left out. I don't want to make anybody feel like they're left out watching. And all right, so this is, all right, okay, so that sticks out that way. Okay. There's a specific part it wants me to use. Yep, that's it. All right, and this goes here. Such a crazy build for it. There we go. Yeah, I haven't posted stuff on my second channel in a while. Cool. You know, on this channel I ranted on Thundercats Roar. I talked about the fact that you could watch Thundercats on Hulu. I did some Godzilla reviews, and I want to do more Godzilla reviews. I've done a few Godzilla reviews on this channel. I think I reviewed the Batman, the movie. You know, and here's the thing. My opinions, I always say this, is I may or may not have the same opinion as you. And that is always one of the reasons why I've always said but what do you think? That is kind of like the whole origin of that was, hey, this is my opinion. What do you think? And that's kind of where it all came from, really. So, and I always say that like all the time, and it's kind of like one of my that is a discussion for another day, which I know some people probably tire of me saying that. But it is just something that I say all the time, and the reason I say it is because I kind of want to see interests when I say, but that is a discussion for another day. I want to see people say, yeah, I would love to find out more about that. Like, I want people's opinions so that, that would give me motivation to make the next video be about, let's say, that character. And unfortunately, some people just don't like to hear me say it. But yeah, I have Thundercats. I need to get more of I want to get the complete series box set, because I have the box set that has the first 33 episodes on it. But I know you can get the box set that's the complete series. And the one thing that sucks about the complete series box set is that episode 2 does not have music. But funny enough is that episode 2 on the 33 episode disc set that I have has the music. So on this channel, I know I would get a copyright claim for it, but I'm tempted to post it. Actually post it on this channel and say, who cares if I get a copyright claim or not? Okay. Yeah. I always say, but what do you think? Do you think that this, and that works this way? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you like this video, be sure to thumbs up. I always say that all the time, right? And that is a discussion. So those of you who are aware, and I know Duke, you're in the comments, so you know about this, is where I got the phrase, that is a discussion for another day, which actually is, but that is another story. I think is the phrase used at the end of Conan the Destroyer. At the end of that movie, that's what they had said. Okay, we needed the 4 ones, not those ones. Okay. That was the term, the phrase that they had used. So, like, if you watch the ending to Conan the Destroyer right before the credits roll, that's where I got but that is a discussion for another day. But it spawned out of that. Like, it's not the exact phrasing, but all right. So then this is supposed to go this way. Interesting. Godzilla reviews are always welcome. So I did a Godzilla review for Godzilla. The first one I did was Godzilla, King Kong versus Godzilla. And then I did a review for Godzilla's Revenge. Then Godzilla King of the Monsters, the original movie. Gojira, 1954. And then I did a review for Godzilla Raids Again. And I also did a review for Godzilla King of the Monsters and Kong, Godzilla versus Kong, the MonsterVerse movies. So I have done reviews for those. Oh, I've heard so many people complain about it. You know what I really hate is their reasons are probably justified for not liking it. They're probably justified. And I'm sure that people are going to be called every name in the book for not liking it. How dare you not like something that you're a fan of, you know, when they make something terrible out of something that you love. It's like, what? How dare I? How dare you? How dare you tell me that that I have to like something just because it has the name of the brand that I like? You know, if it's terrible, it's terrible. You know what really grinds my gears? Oh, Scourge is, yeah, the G2. Okay, the repaint of G2. That's not Scourge. It is Scourge. That's right. Or it's Black Convoy, I think they're calling him. Cool. Thank you very much, Justilla. I appreciate that. You know, that my catchphrases are it's what it is. After these messages, we'll be right. And there's old people who love the comments and stuff. So yeah, that Velma, I don't think that Velma cartoon is going to be good. I really don't think it's going to be. And you know what sucks is that like my kids are getting into Scooby Doo, so I know it's not going to be for them to watch. And I know Hanna-Barbera, like the actual people who founded Hanna-Barbera, I think it was Joe Barbera and whatever, they would be rolling in their grave right now if they knew that their cartoon characters were if something like that was done to their characters. I know for a fact they would be, because it's like, you're going to make an adult version of our characters? Like, seriously? You know, mind you, with whatever changes they want to make out of it. Okay. So that is weird. Really weird. Oh, okay. Yeah, the 2001 Robots in Disguise show. I do know what show that is. That was one of, like, I remember when I remember when that show came out, and there was a big to do about it because it was Transformers. And you know, Beast Wars was a thing, and Beast Wars is what got me back into Transformers, but Robots in Disguise, like, was such an invigoration of the franchise again, too, because it was back to cars and trucks and airplanes again. And so many people got into the franchise because of that. And then Armada came out, and it was collect them all. And I'll never forget, like, a lot of people had a lot to say about it because they were not too happy about the idea of it being all about gotta catch them all with Armada, whereas it didn't feel like that with Robots in Disguise. And that Scourge repaint was great. It was just a great figure. I have him. He's actually like over there, like in a bin, probably sitting on the top of the bin. And I can always get him out. All right, so you go there, you go there. This is starting to shape up really nicely. can already see it. It's a leg. Should Lego make Transformers one Transformer 1 year and don't want? You know, maybe they should. I think that'd probably be a cool idea if they made Transformers at least once every year or so. It all depends upon what kind of collaborations they want to do. You got to remember it has to do with both Hasbro and Lego. Like Lego was the one who decided for not only myself but also for a few other YouTubers. I know quite a few other YouTubers got this Optimus Prime as well, and like I said, a few other YouTubers got them, and because like right after mine posted, I know my what was it? I got my sort I'm looking for. Like I saw like a whole bunch of notifications of like all the different like people who did their own review for theirs. So I was like, oh wow, quite a few other people got theirs too. That's kind of neat. There's a certain piece. That's the piece right there. Lego and DreamWorks was sort of out of context, made no sense. I don't know what that means. Yeah, Megs was bonkers. I actually met Neil Kaplan at a convention here in New Jersey, back in 2003, and it was such a big deal. Like, hey, we're getting Neil Kaplan, the voice of Optimus Prime, and I think Wally Wingert was the voice of Prowl. Were there, and they were cool. They were really cool to talk to. Okay, so now we build. Uh-huh. What are my thoughts on the new Chip and Dale movie? I still have to watch it. I have not had time to sit down and watch any movies. Like right now, I'm trying to get my wife to watch the new. I want to see the new Top Gun movie, so I'm gonna get my wife to see. My plan is to get my wife to see Top Gun. The first one, because I think it's on Netflix. And then once she's seen that, I'll I want to make it a date night to go see the second one. Gotta see the second one, because it's from what everybody said, like it brings you back to the 80s again, which is like what you want out of a good old a sequel movie like that, taking you back. And too many movies out there nowadays like always go out of their way to make you feel like you don't belong. Starscream is in the movie. That I know. That I'm well aware. Hold on. Ah, okay. That's just so weird. That's not right, is it? Nope. Other way. I knew that wasn't right. Okay. Cool. Very cool. Okay, so I was right. There it is. There's the leg. All right, so here is the leg. And then this goes in here. It pops in, and it only turns this way. So if you remove it, I wonder if there is a way to make it a fully functioning ball joint using different parts. So, like, if you can remove everything in here, take it apart, and then be able to pop the leg in and then have a fully functioning leg, because otherwise he doesn't have it. And this is still the same leg that's that's missing the part here. So, but I will put this leg to the side, and here is the collection of more parts that I have to add to the collection of parts. So that finishes that part. And then bag 5. I got 2 bag 5s. Well, the first Top Gun movie is on the first Top Gun movie is on Netflix right now. So it's like City of Steel all over again. Yeah. Yeah, you could say that. Put the tires over here. I know the tires are gonna go on during the construction of this. So basically now I'm going to end up building the other leg. How long have I been on? Has it been an hour? Get the feeling, the Need for Speed 2. Lego Megatron, pistol, or tank. Well, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a tank if they make Megatron, but I think that Soundwave would probably be on the list for the next one. That's my opinion, but don't hold me to it. You were here for 5 minutes. No, I'm just looking to see how long I've been on. Right, making sure all the parts are out. All the parts are on the table. And then we can start building. I want to try and see if I can keep everything secure in a certain way. So yeah, we're making the next leg. Close to an hour. Okay. Yeah, I've been on since 7:30 Eastern time. So But now we're starting on the other leg. It'll be really awesome is if one of the spare pieces turns out to be the piece that I need for that leg, since I'm missing that one piece. And because as you guys know, my frustration level was at an all-time high when have I heard there's going to be a Gremlin show? Oh, great. That's going to be probably more adult and graphic than I want it to be. Those are the 6-piecers. That's what we want. We want one of the 6-piecers. We want one of them here. We want one of the 4 pieces. Or 2 of the 4 pieces. Okay. Transformers Armada Built to Rule was why they called it. Yeah, well, that's because it wasn't actually... that's because it wasn't... They didn't have a license from Lego. So they couldn't quite do so back then. So they basically made something that was not Lego. Here they now actually made something that is. And to my understanding, it might have had to do with maybe companies didn't want to be, were very competitive, much more competitive back in the day. I mean, they still are, but just like in a level that they didn't want to work with one another. And so if you were making something similar to another toy company or using a similar, branding, you had to like call it something else because they didn't even bother back then. Then they went and did the Creo stuff. Guys, remember the Creo stuff? And I know not a lot of people collected Creo, but yeah. Well, I did do that whole Triptychon video based on Godzilla. Like that was a whole like production I put on for that, and I had so much fun doing it too. It was a lot of fun doing Godzilla for Triptychon. Having Triptychon come out of the water and use like the Super Godzilla theme, and it was just a lot of fun doing that. And that's the thing, like when I make my retrospectives and stuff and I make my discussion videos, like I want to have fun doing it. And so that's why I put so much energy and effort into it, is because I want it to be good. These are the rims of the tires. I'm going to move them out of the way. I didn't ever collected Creo, so I can't tell you. Since Sunday night, I have had an earwig stuck in my head. And the earwig is a song that is very relevant today. Since of when it came out, too. Factions and allegiances, instead of one character, they could be a group. I can kind of see that. Thank you for stopping by, Mr. Shy, Not Shy. I do appreciate it. Believe me, I do. Wait a second. Oh, right. What's my favorite song in the '86 movie? That's a tie between, I want to say, Hunger. I really love Dare. Like, I really, really love Dare as a song. And then Hunger is one that always gets stuck in my head too. Instruments of Destruction. I think I would probably say Hunger, and then Dare. And everyone's got their favorites, but definitely those two. There's gonna have it tomorrow. The Lego, the Lego store is tomorrow. This goes available, so like you'll be able to actually order this tomorrow. Are they white or are they? No, they're gray. There it is. I was wondering where it was. Yeah, June 1st is the tentative release date for this. It was supposed to. Yeah, it's supposed to come out tomorrow. That's the date that. Hold on one moment. Oh, they're coming there in the summer of Montreal. They're actually going to be coming to. They're going to be coming to Pennsylvania again in September, and that'll be at RetroCon. And I intend to be there. I am going to try to see if I can make it to both BotCon and TFCon. TFCon, specifically the one in October, which will be in Chicago. I don't know if I want to go to Chicago personally. But BotCon will be in Tennessee. But we'll see. If I make it to both, I make it to both. RetroCon is a definite. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. Of course. Yeah, it's an awful lot of bricks. Snowcomber met his conjux when he was in a panic. Time Snow. What? What BotCon's in Tennessee? Yeah, they're bringing BotCon back. the people who ran it, I think, are the ones still running it. Or at least some of them, not all of them. And it's going to be it's just going to be called BotCon. It's not an official Transformers convention, but it's going to be another fan convention. So, which is cool. Fan conventions are fun to go to, but there's reason to go to BotCon this year, and I'll tell you why. Frank Welker, Bob Budiansky, and Simon Furman are going to be there. Yeah. Simon Furman and Bob Budiansky are going to be at BotCon. You might go to New York Comic Con this year. I actually I think for right now, for like, as much as I love New York, and I was born in New York, from New York, I'm not gonna go to New York Comic Con this year, but I may go next year. Like, if I make it a point to go to New York Comic Con, I'll make it a point to go to New York Comic Con next year. And same thing for Toy Fair. I'll see if I can try to make it to Toy Fair. I want to try to make it to more conventions and just be able to do all this stuff. But I guess the one thing I have to take into consideration is I've got to build this YouTube channel up a little bit more. Not just this one, but I mean my main one too. Which is the worst Transformer show? Prime Wars, Energon, or Beast Machines? Ooh, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. Prime Wars was pretty terrible. Energon is a slog fest to watch. Like, my gosh, those were bad shows. And then here we are. It's like, I love Transformers, and I can tell you whether or not I like a show or not. We're allowed to like or dislike a show. Why did you have all of these weird... That's something I'll never understand with Legos. And maybe it's just, something, but you ever wonder why, like, a certain brick is used? When any brick will do there. But I guess that's part of the fun in Legos, is that you're building something out of something you don't know. Which is cool, but nonetheless. The only con I can get to, since it's a train right away. Okay. You're in LA. Have a good night, Martin. Energon had dub errors, yes. Yeah. Well. It was all slogfest of storytelling. But yeah, Energon was tough to get through. And I had not only recently rewatched both Energon, but I also watched Superlinked. So I can tell you that the story isn't that much better in Superlink than it is in Energon. The only real difference between Energon and the only real difference between Energon and Superlink is that the story makes more sense, even though the story is terrible, the story makes more sense in Superlink. Because translation errors really hamper that showdown considerably, so badly, like to an nth degree. Hope to go to TFCon in your area. Yeah, well, that's the why I was able to make it out to Baltimore. I made it out to the Baltimore TFCon, and that I think was worth it. I met so many cool people at TFCon. Brave series robots mouth plate have their own design. Uniquely Transformers mouth plate are standard design, even though some characters have their round mouth. Yeah. I've not seen the Brave series. I've not actually watched it. I'm familiar with it, but I've never seen it. So I can't give you oh, I know all about it. No, I don't. And until I do, that will just basically be a point of discussion that won't be until that time comes. I've gotten a lot of letters from people before who asked me to do a retrospective on the Brave series, but I've not seen it, and I don't necessarily know where I can get access to the original Brave series to be able to watch it. So, and I got to make time. I've got enough on my plate right now to make time for and commit to another show, or whatever. I mean, I got to get more into the more Transformer stuff too. So, let alone everything that I want to do for this channel. Gosh, if I was able to get everything done that I wanted to on this channel, I would. Actually, need to go down one more. Yep, right here. Yep, you got to line up there. I'm gonna try to make it to BotCon. I can't make any promises yet. Not until the end. Not until midway through this next month, where I can make plans. And I know that they've made announcements for it. I don't necessarily know if that's a definite yes or a definite no at this current moment. So, and there's a lot of reasons for that. A lot of reasons I don't want to get into currently. If I think it's also a finance thing too. How much money is it going to cost me to get there? Get a plane ticket to get to BotCon or to get to Chicago. Those are going to be my two where I don't know if I'm going to be able to go there unless monetarily speaking, something were to make it where I could go. Yeah, I don't blame you for not Brave Police is on YouTube last I saw. Ultra Primal got me to okay, cool. I've not seen Brave. Like I said, I've not seen any of the Brave series, so Yeah, I don't blame you for not wanting to go to Chicago. Korean dubs of the Brave series. Okay. Of course you did. There's a certain piece, and that goes. There it is. All right, so this piece then goes right here. Gas prices are closing in on $5 a gallon, and I'm in New Jersey. That's right. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. Okay, then comes these pieces. So as I was saying before, I have a specific earwig that has been in my head since last week. Well, actually since Sunday. Came to mind because of the incidents that happened last week. And the song in question is by a band by the name of Pearl Jam. If you guys have ever heard of the song Jeremy, go look up what the lyrics are and why that song has such relevance right now. Told my mom about BotCon. She said, we'll think about it. Okay. Silver Streak with yellow parts is like Cooper Lego. What? Yeah, BotCon is in August. And TFCon in Chicago is in October. So, but BotCon seems to be the one that I really would probably want to go to, just for the sheer reason of who's going to be there. RetroCon, Bob Budiansky is going to be there, but at BotCon, both Bob Budiansky and Simon Furman are going to be there. So that's one where I'm like, oh man, I really want to go there. Okay, not the silver piece. I need the other blue one. So the song by Pearl Jam that I'm referring to is by a song by the name of Jeremy. There it is. You've never heard of the song Jeremy before. Wow. Oh, yeah. Menasor is a tough combiner. He's tougher than you think. Tougher than someone might want to give him credit for. Menasor crush. Menasor destroy. Talk is cheap. Was Superion's line, which is funny because the voice actors who voiced both Menasor and Superion in the Key to Vector Sigma did not reprise their roles in throughout the rest of the series. So there's this one. They don't know. Yeah. If they don't know who Pearl Jam is, we're pretty old, right? Pearl Jam was a 90s band, just like Nirvana. Daddy didn't give attention. Jeremy spoken. Yeah, it's an easy song to become an earwig too, just because of the way that the melody is. It's very easy to get stuck in your head, but the lyrics are very relevant. So that's what I'm getting at, is why I'm making a talk about the song itself, is because, like I said, the song is really relevant, very relevant for today because of what happened last week. So you'll understand if you look up the lyrics and know exactly what he's talking about. All right, so we're going to leave that there. Okay. Earthrise, Ratchet, Yellow. Okay. Hasbro upload G1 cartoons. Yeah, well, I mean, if you guys watch my retrospective on the Generation 1 cartoon, I talk about the Generation 1 cartoon on specifically that's on YouTube and on Tubi. And I talk about the DVD and Blu-ray DVD releases of the G1 cartoon. So I highly recommend that you watch that video, because it also gives you the proper order to watch the G1 episodes in chronological order. And it also tells you that about the errors in the Shout Factory release, about sound effects and certain things that the Shout Factory fixed. Not all of the errors, a lot of the errors, but which is why I highly recommend people buy the DVD of G1, because the DVD of G1 has like the corrected audio for the episodes. So have I seen Bad Guys? I don't know what you mean by that. And what are you talking about, NC Bricks? They didn't have the name for Ratchet. That's the reason why Ratchet didn't appear in Armada or in Armada. That was supposed to be Ratchet, and it turned out to be Red Alert because they did not have the name for they didn't have the name for Ratchet, so they named him Red Alert. And they were like, oh, it's just another rescue vehicle, not realizing that Red Alert is a security officer and not. And so it caused confusion because now everyone's like, well, I think he should be called Red Alert, being the medic. And it's like Red Alert is the he's not the doctor, he's the security guy. He was friends with Inferno. But I guess they figured another rescue vehicle, close enough. Same thing with Bumblebee. They didn't have the name for Bumblebee, so they named him Hotshot. That's why he's called Hot Rod in Japan in Micron Legend. I think in G1, the reason the G1 cartoon why they didn't have teeth is because it made you know that it was a robot. Cool. See the legs starting to come along pretty nicely there. We got this one. All right, now let's get into that piece there. Bum, 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 bum. Red Alert in Cybertron is supposed to be the same Red Alert in Armada. When are we going to get a good G.I. Joe movie? Good question. Don't know. If you can't get it from Amazon for Transformers the movie, try getting it specifically from Best Buy. Maybe would be your other option. And the piece just dropped. There it is. It's like foul, party foul. There's a certain piece that goes. There it is. And Dun, 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 dun. All right, so next step. So we got to make these pieces here. What if Ironhide, Ratchet, and Prowl Brawn survived the movie? Then maybe other characters would have bought it, because they were definitely going to kill characters no matter what. Yeah, try Best Buy. Imagine the Transformers What If series. We already saw what happened when they decided to do a Transformers What If series. It was a one-issue comic book, and it was terrible. And yeah, just going to leave it at that. It's probably one of the worst Transformers comics. One of, not necessarily the, because yeah, it's like written from some, it was like basically a fan fiction written by somebody who already didn't like Hot Rod, and was written to be like it was written by somebody who doesn't like Hot Rod. So so goes out of his way to ensure that you know that he doesn't like Hot Rod. Because everybody in the comic like is written not like an Autobot, but like somebody who doesn't like Hot Rod. So all right. Yeah, bad fan fiction. Transformers Deviations was a bad comic. Just a bad comic. You know why? Because the Marvel Comics adaptation, Hot Rod did not get involved in the battle of Optimus Prime versus Megatron, and the result was the same. Then a fanfic writer comes along who works in an official capacity, working for IDW, decides to make everybody in the comic hate Hot Rod. All right, so now what you want me to do is attach him like so. So now this is what we've got so far. If I connect this piece here, there is so far what we can see out of Optimus Prime. And he's turning out pretty well so far. The next step is to add in the pieces for the tires. I went too far. There we go. The tire is going to go there. And I take it that that's going to be the next step. Yep. We're making tires. Progress. How Beast Wars Season 3 should have ended. I like where it ended. It's Beast Machines that everybody has their ups and downs about. Whether you like Beast Machines or dislike Beast Machines, The hatred for that series is, some might say, is justified in Beast Machines, but Beast Machines season is the 2 seasons of that show. It's their own thing. I don't hate Beast Machines. I just think that, like, I wasn't a big fan of the ending. Like, the final battle was great, but the actual ending where everybody is like, the whole entire planet was turned into, all of Cybertron was turned into a forest. I'm not kidding you. That was the ending. Did I get Studio Series 86 Starscream yet? Yes, I did. I have him, and I have the Jurassic Park set in box still, waiting to be opened, and I'll be opening them very, very soon. Just too many things on my plate right now that I still have to get done. Check that out. Legs. Yep, got the caps on there. And we got 2 legs built so far. And the next step would be building the feet. And I think, check out the height differential on him. That's going to be something else when that's all said and done. I'm going to put him down over here. And you can already see bag 6 is going to be a foot. So what do we got here? Oh, I'm getting to bag 6. Your Earthrise Starscream broke after painting him, so scrapped it to swap heads and legs. Okay. Had fanfic about organic Darius from Fightbird Beast Machines. Okay. All right, then. Yep. So this is... So here we are, bag 6. I don't know if we're building 1 foot or 2 feet. So I think bag 7 is arms, so it probably is going to end up being both feet. How's it going there, Tasmanian Tiger? What did you miss? We built the legs. We got legs. And just to show exactly what we've gotten done so far, a giant supersized Optimus. Massive. Really big. Very, very big. And I think we're about to start working on the feet. So, fun times. That's good seeing you, Blue Raccoon. Looking for a certain part here. All right, so now I got to make 4 of these. That's 1. What am I going to say when it's done? Thank the maker. And if you get that reference, of course, you get a no prize. Yeah, that's a nice Lego. Stop reading IDW comics after they ended their first universe back in 2018. Their first universe had good moments, but sometimes I felt like the series took too much liberty in places when it didn't need to. And yeah, definitely think it took too many liberties in places. I understand some of the reasoning behind it, and some of it was good storytelling, but sometimes you're like, no, that wasn't good storytelling. You know, like what Simon Furman was trying to do initially, I understood what he was trying to establish in IDW 1. But even his own liberties, I was just kind of like, no. Maybe it's the old schooler in me. I could say praise the Allspark. Well, could say a bunch of things. I could say, wait, there's supposed to be 4 of these. Right? Yeah, there's supposed to be 4. I was going there, Omega. There should be 4 of those, of these pieces, right? Like these long, like, black cross pieces. Unless there's only supposed to be 2. I mean, that would make sense if there's only 2. At least I think so. And once I finish. Oh, you got Earthrise Cliffjumper already? Okay, cool. I have not seen episodes of Earthspark yet. Is it? I don't think it's out yet, right? It's not out yet. No, I mean, I made 2 of these like I'm supposed to. All right. So let's just move on. I think this is right. You hope Netflix? Oh, you're talking about specifically about Soundwave. You only buy Transformers at physical stores. I do recommend, in a current climate of things, that buying Transformers at buying Transformers online is not necessarily a bad thing. I understand the want to go toy hunting, but I think with these open packaging, I think a lot of people are going to be probably buying more toys. They're going to end up buying more toys like online because of it. Because you go to a store and you don't know if somebody's like swapped out a head or swapped out a part, and you get to the store and it's like it's missing stuff, and it's like, seriously, people. All right, this is a very weird joint right here that we're building. Target in Fresno, California stinks because they don't have much in terms of Transformer stores. I've heard everybody is hurting. Me at Amazon, I'm always going to get same toys on my birthday and Christmas. What are my thoughts on Cobra Commander being in Transformers Season 3? I wish we got more of it. I wish we had more Transformers crossovers like that in the cartoon, in the G1 cartoon. Would have been awesome. All right, so now, what the heck? So this goes here, right? Okay, so let's put those together. Right. So then that builds that. And this goes here. This is like a very weird looking joint. It doesn't quite stick together. Okay. Got Studio Series Bumblebee Soundwave from. You're talking about the Netflix ones, right? I got Bumblebee Soundwave 2, ordered Ravage to be complete. Oh, you're talking about the regular Studio Series, not 86. This barricade handpiece is Netflix Bumblebee is very hard to come by. That is for sure. That is for absolute sure. All right, so that piece goes in this way. Yeah. And then I need this gray spool piece like this. You need to go in like this. And you go in like so. Now that stays together. Now the other piece that I built makes sense. Right? So this is the piece that I built here. It's like weird. Like, what is this? Some of it I can kind of see. There's two ball joints over there. It's probably going to be able to, so that the foot rocker works a certain way. But definitely looks weird. And a piece just fell. Hope we get Armada Hot Shot in Transformers Legacy. From what I understand, the Generation Selects one is what we got. So they don't tell me to build that thing twice. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm still building. Have I watched Clone Wars season 7? I've not seen season 7. I've not seen Stranger Things yet. I got so much to catch up on, and you can tell, like, because this thing is going to take me a while to build this thing, let alone everything else I want to do. So, right, those are the pieces there. One's got to go on each side, and then this goes And like so. And then what? Oh. Okay. Can already see the foot starting to come along. Yeah, this thing is pretty complicated. I will give it that. Yep. Yeah, you can kind of see the feet coming along, and that he's actually has he has toe crunch basically. Like he can, tilt his foot as he needs to. That's cool. All built into the many, many parts that it takes to build this guy. Many parts. All right, that will actually put together his feet pretty well. Excellent. And now we're building the base of his foot, I guess. Leg bone connected to the hip bone. Have I been to the Fire Brothers YouTube channel? Yes, I have been to his channel before. He showed up on my streams before on my main channel numerous times. I always make the joke every time he shows up. I go, I'm sorry my brother couldn't be here today. Because I think it's one of his catchphrases, right? Like that his brother couldn't be here. All right. There we go. There we go. There's his foot so far. He needs a few extra pieces, right? So I got to follow the steps twice to build the foot again. But first, I have to finish the foot. Uh-oh. Better get Mako. Huh? Oh. Okay, so that's the foot. Foot's completed. he does have a little bit of it's the toe actually curls this way now. Okay, because that's part of the transformation. So let's put the foot on like so. So we got a leg completed. He just needs the other leg in order to stand. So we got to work on the other foot. And the way to do that is I got to go back a few pages and start on the foot again. So before I do that, yeah, that foot is huge, right? What is the theme for Beast Wars cartoon Unreal Engines 5? That'd be kind of neat. Transformers Prime and the IDW Transformers 1.0 got you hooked into the Transformers line. I can understand that. I can understand people like that. That's where their entry point. I don't care. Like if you like something, like if I don't like it, doesn't mean I, have an issue with you liking it. You're allowed to like something that I don't like. I'll never be the type of person to tell people that they cannot like something just because I don't like it. But I do stand behind my own judgments on whether I like something or don't like something. But, I'm not going to sit there and hold it against somebody just because you like something. Like, there are a lot of people who got into Transformers because of Armada. Some people got into Transformers because of Energon. Some people got into Transformers because of Beast Wars. Some because of the Bay films. And, I have a lot of respect for people who get it. That's where they get into the franchise. But, from what I know from a lot of people who get into the Transformers franchise, they tend to, like, if they get in at a certain point, that's like the point that they think that sometimes I kind of go, okay, it's kind of stinks because it's like they make it that's where you can only place you can actually get in. And it's like, no, it's not the case. Like you can get in the Transformers franchise at any point. But I don't hold it against you just because you like something that I don't like. Like we're allowed to like different things. So that's what I'm trying to get at. All right. Gotta build the orange piece again. So wait, this went in before. It was an orange piece, like so. Then there was another piece. Yep, that's it. And then the stopper. And really, the purpose of those stoppers, I noticed, is it's like I don't know if it's soft plastic or if it's soft rubber, the orange pieces. Lego is the world's top producer of model tires. Wow, I did not know that. Why is there a little orange on his foot? Probably because it lets you know that it's like a soft rubber material. I think it's plastic, but it feels like soft rubber. And I think it's because it's makes it so that his foot could stand without falling over. I think that's why they do what they did. It would make a lot of sense. Now, where's the other piece there? Of course, you're going to go there. Before we do, we're going to build the other part. Like, I know people that, like, I'm not really big into shattered glass, myself personally. I think it's a cool concept. I'm just not into it. But I know some people really are, and they collect a lot. They collect the, they collect, you know, the shattered glass figures, and they love the shattered glass comic books and what have you. And it's just not my thing, but I'm not really into it. I like the concept of it. I think the colors on a lot of the toys are pretty cool. I just don't collect it. But I know some people have like a, you know, a hatred for shattered glass to the point where they don't like the fandom of shattered glass either, which I think is wrong. You know, like, again, you're allowed to like what you like. I feel the same way about like Bayfilm, you know, Bayformers fans. I'm not into Bayformers at all. In fact, I downright I have a distinct dislike, like horrid dislike, almost downright hatred for the Bay films. But I don't, you know, fans, if they like it, they like it. It's fine, you know. But that's just my own personal opinion. So, and my dislike for the Bay films more so has to do with Bay himself, as well as the designs of the robots and the stories telling itself, and, you know, never against the fans. Never. I think it's stupid to attack fans. You're allowed to like what you like, and you're allowed to like what you dislike, or allowed to dislike what you know, don't not like what you don't like. Mm-hmm. No. No. Yeah, it's based on Mirror Mirror. That I do know. If my kids wanted to, but I don't think my kids like to do so. I'm ever gonna do. Why does everyone talk so slow in the War for Cybertron trilogy? Voice direction. Plain and simple, voice direction. That was the voice direction that they went with. And unfortunately, we all paid for it. There it is. There it is. That's the piece I was looking for. All right. So now you go in here. Perfect. So now I build the other part of the foot. The biggest thing that I've been seeing a lot of now that has really been grinding my gears has been a downright hatred for G1 fans as a whole. Like, not just hatred for G1, but G1 fans too. Coming a lot from mostly Bay fans. And it's really disheartening, because it's like I said, like, you're allowed to like what you like and not what you don't like, but, you know, a lot of them feel like Bayformers should be the only Transformers, and I understand where they're maybe where they're coming from a little bit, because maybe they feel like, you know, they have to be that way because, you know, back when the Bay films first came out, everybody was up in arms about the Bay films because they were so different from Transformers of the past, and we were like, we wanted what we grew up with brought to the big screen, and you didn't deliver that. And you know, Bay's response was, "It's lame. Your original Transformers are lame. I'm making my own Transformers." So that's really where the disdain for the Bay films came from. Will I do a Sideswipe retrospective? Yes. The answer to that question is yes. I will. I intend to cover all of the 1984 bots, 85 bots, 86 bots. Like I'll cover. I intend to cover all of the bots from, even a lot of the new characters. I mean, I did Bulkhead recently, right? And I know a lot of people who were expecting to see like me do a G1 bot, and so all of a sudden they see me do a you know, a a, a Bayformers bot, basically. Like they were, I'm sure they were not expecting that. Uh-oh. Better get Mako. Oh. Okay, then. So I built the foot wrong. Sitting there looking at it going like, why in the world does it kind of look a little weird? It's like, nope, that's the way it's supposed to go. That makes sense. Okay. So then there's the top of the foot. It's supposed to be flat here, and then it's supposed to be ridges on the inside. So that's how it's supposed to be built and what's the foot supposed to look like. So cool. Very cool. Now for these last bits. One over here. Is it like so? All right, so now we got a completed foot. And there's the leg. I was going to stick the leg right here. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so now the next thing that we're building is the canisters that go on the side of his legs. So last night was I started bashing the Bayverse. You know what? I'm very happy to say that, like, you know, I know some people like they don't know or don't realize that they actually have rebooted the continuity of the Bay films after the last night lost Paramount so much money that they were basically forced to reboot. Because the Bay films lost them money. And so the Bumblebee movie was supposed to be a prequel to the Bay films, and they opted against it because you know, they wanted to tell a new storytelling universe, was their exact terminology. So it is currently a new storytelling universe. All right, so that's what the sides of those are for. They're this part of the canister. It's supposed to be the gas tanks. Which right now, Optimus Prime would be a very expensive ride, considering gas prices right now. Yeah, people are over disliking the prequels. Now people dislike the sequels. I refused to watch The Last Night. It was god awful. The only thing that was good was Megatron's design. Yeah, and Nitro Zeus. Those are the standout good things. Have I watched Terminator Dark Fate? I've not seen Terminator Dark Fate. I was actually just talking about it with Duke to go the other night about Terminator, and he said it was awful. He said it was awful, and I believe him. Okay. Cool. So there we go. There's the gas tank on the side of Optimus Prime's leg. So now we got to make the other gas tank. So yeah, the price of diesel has gone astronomically high in comparison to just a regular gasoline. You know, and that affects everything. People don't realize how much that affects the cost of everything. So, anyone who is in support of the gas prices go up, just remember that when you go to buy anything at any store, if you're complaining about the prices of stuff going up and not realizing the cost of shipping, the cost of everything else going up. You know, people don't realize that there is a direct connection to those things. You know, it's not an exclusive to one thing. Nice. First Blood is a great movie. That is a great movie. So is First Blood Part 2. You're not expendable, Rambo. Cool. Okay, so the gas tanks do slide up and down like that. Very nice. Very nice. So we now have Optimus Prime able to stand up like so. So there's Optimus Prime as he stands so far. And it says silver drum lacquered Lego elements were added to the faceplate, shin vents, fuel tanks, and side mirrors to match the feel of the original toy, which had chrome details. And then we would be moving on to part 7, which his part 7 would literally be his that would be his abdomen. But we are going to call it at this point. I think we've had enough fun right now for a while. We started at 7:30. I've been doing a pretty good job. You think if you guys 14 folks are watching, hit the like button. Hit that like button. But Hayden wasn't really given any direction. George Lucas is not a good screenwriter. Yeah, he's not a great screenwriter. That's why someone else had to co-write Empire and Jedi. But I'm talking to the chat for a little bit here. So yeah, hit the like button for sure. You know, I'm not going to say smash it. I want to say transform that like button into a thumbs up. But you can already see like how much we've built so far and how much it's coming along. Unleaded gas is $4.69 by me as well. I live in Jersey, so and I think diesel is like close to $6. It's regular gas is $5. In New York, and I think it's over $6 for diesel, like $6.50, I think, or close to $7. And I think in California, you're looking at close to $7 for regular and like $9 for diesel. Gosh, it's like I feel so bad for the people out there. But yeah, this has really been fun. We've been, working on this. That was bad comedy. Yeah. Yeah. Build's coming along quite nicely. I think I might, continue on with the rest of this on maybe Thursday night. Who knows? I might actually be able to complete it. All things considered, I have to work on. Well, maybe it might take a because we've got 7, 8, 9, and 10, so it's 4 more bags worth of stuff. And today I did 4, 5, and 6. So I could do 7. I mean, 7 is just. That's 10. 7 is this here. It looks like it's part of the arm too. I don't want to start back. You know what? I'll start bag 7 because then I'll be moving on to the next parts. As we move along. Yeah, I'll pause it at this point. But it's been fun, guys. When this video goes live, you want to leave any comments, go ahead. It was a lot of fun. I've enjoyed talking to all you guys. And you guys have a good night. Till all are one.